Welcome to the Field of 68 After Dark's YouTube channel. We are going to be live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube and on Stadium for the entirety of the spring.
We talked about going into the break. I think we all would agree that Kansas is the number one team in any way too early top 25 right now. But, Jeff, how would you fill out maybe the rest of your top 3 to 5 teams in the country?
You know, it's going to change, but I think what we know is the Big 12 is going to be exceptionally strong. Okay, because
you've got Kansas. Be so dumb at the top, man. It's going to be
so ridiculous. So ridiculous. You know, Kansas at 1, and I don't think anybody's catching them. You know, you're going to have 2 more teams that are, to me, in the Big 12 in the top 5, and one's Iowa State. You know, they return their top 4 scorers. TJ Otzelberger's done a ridiculous job with the culture there. Lipsey's one of the best point guards in the country. Gilbert, I think they added the right pieces in the portal. They didn't get a bunch of big names, but they got a bunch of like bigs that can just kind of help them, that understand their roles when they come in. Houston, you know, I don't want to say all they lose is Jamal Shead because he was the best point guard in the country, in my opinion.
Oh, just the first team All-American, Goodman. That's it. That's all.
Right. He's the best point guard. He should have won the Cousy Award. He should have won it. But no disrespect to Tristan Newton's awesome, but Jamal Shead, to me, was the better point guard. You know, and if he doesn't get hurt, who knows with Houston? I mean, let's face it.
You're right.
They're in the Final Four.
Here we go.
They're in the Final Four.
Is this going to be your new St. Mary's? If Jamal Shead doesn't get hurt, then UConn doesn't go back to back. Is that your new thing?
Yeah. So Alex, I'm gonna have next time I go to stores, I'm gonna bring a picture of Alex Dukas.
And Jamal Shead. God!
I'm gonna put him up in Dan Hurley's office. I'm gonna put him up. I might put him in the weirdo room. They might deserve to go in the weirdo room in Dan Hurley's house. Alex Dukas and Jamal Shead.
I do not think, for the record, you are definitely for the record. I don't think you're allowed privileges in the weirdo room.
No, that's
not true. That's not true. Dan said that we are allowed to do a podcast from the weirdo room this year. So I don't know if we want to take him up on it. I don't know if I want to be in the weirdo room, Goodman. I
was going to say. What you were not told is that Dan plans on locking you two in the room for 24 hours of solitary confinement.
Only one of you allowed to come out alive. You guys figure it out.
Look at the graphic.
My God.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, the Big 12 is going to be super strong with Kansas, with Houston, with Iowa State. Obviously, Arizona, if they get Caleb Love back going to the Big 12, they're going to be strong as well. So, that league, man, it's going to be high-powered at the top.
Rob?
Yes.
You're in the same boat?
Yes, it is. You didn't even mention Baylor yet, who's going to be a top 10 team. We didn't talk about Arizona yet, who, like, they're joining the Big 12, and they're going to be awesome again next year. It's just the level of talent at the top of that league, the level of coaching at the top of that league, the teams that can win national titles at the top of that league, like, good luck, man. Just imagine if you're Johnny Dawkins and you got to sit here and you're looking at the schedule that you got to play this year. And you're like, how do you do that? Like, how do you deal with that? That's got to be one of those things that's just completely demoralizing, man. So, yes, the Big 12, the short version is the Big 12 is going to be absolutely loaded at the top. I have a hot take, though. Okay.
Another one. How many hot takes can you have in a show?
I got a lot more too.
If hot take, that's all you're limited.
Cliff Amore is on his visit to North Carolina right now.
Yes.
If North Carolina is able to secure a commitment from Cliff Amore, the Rutgers transfer, on his visit right now, I believe it's down to them and Alabama, right? If North Carolina is able to get his commitment, then I'm going to have a hard time not saying that they're the second best team in college basketball. They bring back the only first-team All-American that's returning in R.J. Davis. They bring back Harrison Ingram, who, again, is one of the most underrated glue guys in college basketball. They added Cade Tyson, who was a knockdown shooter at 6'7". Seth Trimble and Elliot Cadeau are good. They got a couple good freshmen coming in. The only thing they don't have right now, Jeff, what are they missing? They're missing a 5-man. They're missing an anchor. And you know what Cliff Amore is? He's one of the best defensive 5-men that you're going to find in college basketball. That team will be very, very, very – they might win a national title next year if they can get Cliff Amore. I think they're going to be that good.
Well, you're allowed one hot take because that's not a hot take. I mean, right now without Amori, I have North Carolina 3 in my way too early top 25. I've
Do
got
you really?
Kansas 1. Yeah, I do. I've got Kansas 1. I have UConn 2, and I know some people think I'm nuts, but okay, fine. You have them 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I mean, I've got Carolina at 3. I've got Houston 4, Iowa State 5, Gonzaga is 6. Now, I'm going to round out the top 10. Let me know how you feel here. Alabama 7, Arizona 8, Duke 9, and Creighton was 10. They're now going to be moved out. I'm going to put Baylor in at 10.
I'd have Indiana top 10.
Yeah,
Okay,
the only one
fine.
I would probably say I would reserve judgment for right now is Arizona, just because, like, if they lose Caleb Love, and I can't believe I'm the one saying this, but they have a major hole. They have a major hole of, like, where do they get their scoring from? No, but it's true. It is true. Like if they had another dude ready, I would be like, I'm all in. But, like, they don't. I mean, Jaden Bradley is not going to be able to put up, 15, 17 points every night.
Sure.
So I think they're very dependent, where these other programs already have their questions answered for the most part, right? Like Mark Sears, I guess, with Alabama is the other one that I would worry about. If Alabama doesn't get Sears back, I'd probably have them outside of the top 10.
Yeah, and Alabama, again, is another team where, Alabama needs to get I'm still kind of they need to get Cliff Amori in there, because right now they're kind of running it back the same way again without Nick Pringle, where there's just no way they're going to be a good defensive team where you're thinking about playing Grant Nelson at the 5 or Jaron Stevenson at the 5, right? They're going to score 187 points a game, but if they can put Cliff Amori there and they get him as their rim protector and their rebounder and a bunch of guys that are shooters and scorers and playmakers around him, then, like, all of a sudden we might have to have a conversation about whether or not I think Cliff Amori, wherever he goes, is going to make North Carolina or Alabama the one team that I would argue is we got to talk about them with Kansas as the preseason number 1, wherever Cliff Amori ends up, because both those teams have a huge hole at the 5 spot and could really use to add him. I got another hot take for you guys. This is going to be my third one coming up, right?
Here we go. You got 3 minutes. I got a special last call for you. Go.
All right. It'll be quick. If St. John's gets Norchad Omier and Kadari Richmond,
this isn't hot.
Well, where would you rank them? If they can get Kadari Richmond and Norchad Omier playing in a Rick Pitino, like, do you want to circle 2 guys that are perfect for Rick Pitino basketball? It's Kadari Richmond and Norchad Omier. With the 2 of them, where do you rank them? Like, they're probably top 15, right? You pull 2 and 3. Okay.
Top 20.
Yeah, like top 15, top 10. Like, they're going to be really damn good.
Go to BetMGM and check out the future for the Johnnies right now. I think it's like plus 6,000. I'd sprinkle a little money there.
But Jeff,
because I do
drop a Danny sprinkle on them.
Yes, that could mean a couple different things. Jeff, if who knows what that meant in college when Sprinkle was in college? Yes, Jeff. If St. John's gets Kadari Richmond and Norchad Omier, they should be a ranked team.
No,
they should be top 10-ish. Top 10-ish.
Yes.
That's a little
because you have your point guard big. You have your point guard big, and RJ Lewis is a really good wing.
Okay.
Wilcher could take a step, right? I mean, you've got, obviously, Dunlap can shoot the shit out of it. I don't know if they have enough shooting. That's the one thing that worries me with this Johnny's team. Yeah.
Is this going to be your new thing? Like, remember how 2 years ago all we heard from Goodell was point guard play. It's point guard play. You got to have point guards. If it's not enough point guard play.
And last I checked, you need shooters.
Now, I don't think they have enough 3-point shooters. This guy only shot 38%. You need at least 6 guys that shoot better than 44% for 3. You got no chance. Thanks for watching the Field of 68 After Dark. Make sure to hit that like button.